Preferred.
God level, you can tell him I said it.
Yeah, you. I
Level up.
see you.
God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. Level up. Level up. Go. Everything that means everything. Eyes connected to everything, and that's why I'm in everything. All eyes on me. All eyes on. You guys are on mute. Oh my gosh.
I'm off of mute.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. It said you unmuted us, so
Yeah,
Wait.
John. I guess you have that this is a
okay,
learning
man.
curve. This
It's
is
a learning
this
curve. It's all
it's a
right.
learning curve. I
It's all
was
right.
stressed out. John, I'm glad he contacted me Sunday and was like, we need to we need to get this going, like, because I probably would have waited till the last minute. Had us out here real bad. He said, I got a routine. Now, how do we make it bigger? Like, I want the bigger screen. Oh, there we go. Cool. This is Things That People Don't Want to Talk About, brought to you by Godlevel. I am originally from St. Louis, Missouri, home of the original St. Paul. You can only get one down here in the Midwest. I am a mother. I'm a nurse. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a friend. I'm a cousin. I'm an aunt. I'm a GG. I am everything good. John, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
John Skywalker, the Sly Talker here, lyricist, spoken word artist, martial artist, personal trainer, lover of life, student of psychology, and I am a father who has 5 hip hop albums streaming on all major streaming platforms now. Go ahead and cop that. Just look up John Skywalker. Look up John Skywalker. John Skywalker. Type in JOHN Skywalker, and you will find my music. Positive, conscious hip hop.
Absolutely.
Salute.
Salute. Coach D, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Hetepu. I am Coach D, life coach of personal development, owner of the Abode of Osar Institute of Personal Excellence, motivational speaker, spiritual science teacher, father, community leader. Just look me up on Facebook on the Coach D, and also on Instagram at Coach_D_Amen. See you there.
AP, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Yes, I'm AP from Columbia, Missouri, by way of Houston, Texas, or in Houston, Texas, as we speak. Thank you very much.
I know that's right.
And a parent, a pharmacy technician for 20 years, and I'm happy to be here. Y'all ready to get started?
Yeah. First things first. Oh, thank you. You put it up there, John. It's the other half of my brain sometimes. Thank you, John. We had to change from Sunday to Tuesday. This will be our regular day as of right now. Tuesdays at 7:00. I ain't trying to be funny. We couldn't go head up with football season, and it's only going to get worse because isn't this playoffs, or does anybody watch?
I don't know where we at in the season. I know we're moving towards it. Playoffs not yet. Probably toward the end of this month, but
yeah,
it's getting there. I know they in the thick of it. That's for sure.
They really are. So this will be our set day, Tuesdays at 7:00. Yeah, John is putting everything down there. Thank you, John. Go ahead, do your thing. Tonight we really didn't have a specific topic. We were just going to discuss current events, which was something that we were going to do the last Sunday. But here we are. Ooh, John, make it public on your Facebook when you get a chance. So I don't know who wants to start this off. I know P. Diddy has been in the news quite a bit.
Yeah, he has. They got a lot of accusations on him. But we got Derek Chauvin got stabbed 22 times. What y'all think about that? Do y'all think that he should have been protected or not protected? Do you think it was a hit? What do you? I mean,
I made a
It's been less than
video.
a year. Has he
I
been
stitched
has
that.
he been locked up for a year?
I don't even know.
I mean, I know how we all probably feel about it, but what do you think the circumstances were surrounding that?
This is for entertainment purposes only. I got. You know, if my brother was here, I can't say a whole lot of stuff, but I made two videos about it. One concerning soap,
Right.
you know, in other news, you know. I will say that in the comment section of my video, someone was like, well, they'll get him on the 23rd. I said, well, okay.
Yeah,
No,
he
no one.
survived those 22 stabs, so I don't know if that was.
You know, that's suffering. That's
Yeah,
trauma.
I don't know what the circumstances surrounding that was.
The guy said that he had been waiting to do it. He had literally been waiting to do it. He had been planning this out for some time now. So they're
See, I
probably
don't
going to.
know. I don't know if I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't think nobody should harm
okay,
anybody. I don't. I know he did what he did was messed up, but then we start flirting with the lines of giving people the authority to hand down punishments. We already got enough problems with the judicial system. Now was this karma? Are we looking at this as karma, or are we looking at this as somebody taking this into their own hands?
This is
Off
karma.
of emotion.
This is karma.
Well, I'll tell you what. One of my students brought that up when that happened. They brought it up, and actually, just one of my elder students, and they were feeling like that that it was kind of justified because of what he did and so forth. And I had to remind her of the tradition that we function in, and that we refrain from resentment on the experience of wrongdoing. And the thing is that nobody deserves that. I mean, right now, yeah, he's already paying for it, for whatever he did. He's already paying for it. But I did remind her too that she need to not take a biased position. We don't know everything that really happened, and what led up to all of that and all the details. It's still a lot about that incident because there was a lot of connections made and stuff like that. So we don't know what was going on. So, like I told her, I said, but the main thing is, me, I always got to speak from a spiritual standpoint. You just have to be careful in delivering what you call justice, because at the same time, you put yourself in a position to have justice brought against you from a divine standpoint. So, and that's automatically built into our existence. That's the laws of nature. That's how, and it's called karma. So you just understand, So no, I don't take any type of good feeling in what happened to Derek Chauvin. I don't take any kind of good feeling in that. So that's why I stand on it.
John, he's not touching it.
He said, "No way."
He just looked his
head. No way, Jose. That's not how that today.
Was. Yeah, that was not today. If my brother was here, he would caution me with my my verbiage. Karma, and that's just karma. Nobody cares.
Right.
Honestly, nobody really cares. Oh, he got stabbed 22 times. In the comment section, they was like, well, they'll get him the next time. Moving on. No, nobody cares. That is the general feeling.
Oh, nobody. Really?
Yeah.
I'm like, if he wasn't Derek Chauvin, nobody would know if he wasn't so known, nobody would care anyway. You know how many people get stabbed in there on a regular basis and it's never reported?
Oh yeah, but they know that this stuff is, like I say, you have to be careful. They put stuff like this out here because and really in hopes that that would cause an even greater divide and maybe even start some fights.
Next year is election year, though. You got to think about it. They have to start dividing and conquering us. They do it every single time. So they have to put some division there.
Yeah, to try to see
This,
where they stand
this
on certain
country,
issues.
this country is built on division.
Yeah, yeah, they have to divide us. So because if we all come together, we all are basically like minded and want the same things in life.
Right.
But they're not going to let us come together and find a commonality, because then that makes us the majority and them the minority, and the majority will rule.
Yep. And that's what they are afraid of. Entertainment purposes only.
Right. But on a better note of majority, they did folks didn't do Black Friday. They didn't get the numbers that they were supposed to get.
John, can you show her? Can we do the little new that would have been perfect.
What yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got sound effects? Wait a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
I know y'all are the real MVP, because I don't know what that lady was talking about when she came on. It was like, we've seen record spending. People were actually in stores videotaping the same prices that they were advertising for Black Friday. The same prices, the same average price was actually right behind it. The same price. So if the TV was $649, guess what? Black Friday sale, this TV was $649. There was no sale. People was livid, like, what are you talking about? Nobody is spending money. Somebody was like, if you could do a Black Friday sale on groceries.
Right. Gas.
Look, I'll do steak for 25 cents a pound.
Right. Rent. Can we get a Black Friday on rent and mortgages
On
around here?
rent.
Electricity, bills, stuff that we use on a regular basis.
Yeah, nobody was out. There was no rush. People were literally still at home, like they're not participating in that stuff.
Yeah.
We don't
Isn't
have
that
any money.
interesting though? Right? It's the commodities. It's mainly the commodities that are subject to Black Friday. Yeah, like you don't see basic necessities. That is a trip, ain't it?
No.
You don't see basic necessities
At all.
Mhm.
You know, they give government subsidies for everything else. You would think that maybe
stuff
they
you
do
don't
government
need. Yeah.
Right, subsidy for Black Friday or for holiday rent or holiday.
Yeah, or for electricity or utilities. Like, all right, hey, we're taking off 25% on your water bill
for the year.
Well,
I mean, it's
well,
Black
again,
Friday.
but those companies
nice.
are not the ones that are trying to get in the black. You know, they're not the ones that are trying to get in the black. So that's probably why. It's just a lot of these companies who are, and only the ones who feel like they need to get in the black by doing a Black Friday special and stuff like that. But I agree with Godlevel, because the thing is that I think we just automatically go and get in that day and go out and spending. They were hoping that we didn't notice that the prices didn't really change.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That lets you
they've been
know that
getting
the
us.
people are waking up.
Right, they've been doing that. The prices have never changed. We just have been conditioned, and it has become a tradition for us to go out and get these TVs and all these electronics for cheap prices that were never changed. Like these are never changed, because what they do is get the low end electronics and sell them, where you could probably get that on Oni TV, ONI, or whatever. You can get those products for $98 or whatever it is. They don't put the Samsung on sale for $98.
Hell no.
No, you don't see the LG TV on sale for, you know what I'm saying?
Because I got both, and I pay
they go get
the retail price.
Right, they get the cheapest brands, and then they throw them out there, and that's the original price in the first place.
Yeah. Well, let me ask y'all this, and it's really just to get in, pick your mind a little bit. But let's just say everything. You know, what issue, besides they didn't drop the price, but what issue do y'all have with Black Friday? What's the problem with Black Friday?
Where did it originally come from? Because
it was because businesses were by this time of year. You know, this is the last little stretch before that they get their numbers up. That they get their numbers up for taxes reasons and stuff like that. So they decided to have sales to go ahead and, because they literally, whatever's left, they have to pay taxes on inventory.
Right.
So
Mm.
this is why they drop. That's why they drop prices to hurry up and get rid of inventory. You see, so it really is supposed to be a win-win situation, to
Yeah.
where people get items at a lower price and they get to get rid of their inventory as well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's
Um,
supposed to be.
Traditionally, the stock market went up. That's why you've said in the black. So the stock market
Hmm.
every year at this time of the year on that particular day, it was always the highest ever. So that's why they
Mm.
Yeah,
So they was
said they
capitalizing
named
on
it
that.
Black Friday. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Especially a lot of companies
Um.
were in the red and they wanted to get in the black.
right. And
That's where
that's
the
how
Black
they
Friday comes from.
right. That's how they
Mm.
used it.
I'm
Hmm.
glad you brought up the fact that you have to pay taxes on that inventory. Car lots do the
Hmm.
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
The
Mm-hmm.
best
of
time to buy a
course.
car is October, November.
Yeah.
They're dropping
The
those
third quarter.
prices. Yeah, the third quarter is the best time to buy a car, because if that car is sitting on that lot come the new year, of course, whatever money, whatever taxes they have to pay on it, they're gonna tax it on to that price. And people
Mhm.
be actually
Hmm.
thinking they're getting a good deal when they get their income taxes and go and get these cars. No,
Right.
no, you're not.
Yeah.
Stop.
Because
Stop doing it to yourself.
they're trying to push and to sell as many cars as they can. And another time to buy a car is at the end of the month, because every
Mm.
Hmm.
car lot is in competition with the previous month, and they're in competition with the previous year that same month. So if they sold 50 cars last year in October, they want to at least sell 51 cars. They give them a goal to meet and say, hey, we need
Mm.
to get this sold by the end of the, just like you see when the police start pulling you over a whole lot because they trying to
At
make that
the end
quota.
of the month,
Right, that's what they're
Yeah.
for
trying to do.
entertainment purposes
Right.
only.
They're trying to push that quota so they can make whatever, if 50, 60 cars. I don't know how many cars people different lots sell a month, but yeah, they're trying to make that quota. And they get paid because a lot of them work off a commission. They get paid a pretty penny for meeting that quota as well as a whole. So that's why they push that.
Yes.
Well,
Mm.
it's wrapped up in bonuses. Remember that
Bonuses.
cities, most of their revenue in cities, in certain cities, come off citations,
Mm-hmm.
come off
Yep.
of traffic violations, and I know, um, where was I at? Was I in Wisconsin? Well, I know for a fact that in Long Beach, California, they make billions of dollars a year just off of citations.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mostly, so they have the street sweeper, that comes through. So on one side one day, and it comes down the other side the next day, and so that forces everybody. So now there's a whole culture of people, and this is probably throughout the greater Los Angeles area, but in some places they don't have this issue. But you have to get up and go outside and move your car, and by the
Oh
way, ain't
yeah.
no parking. There's no parking, right? There's no parking, so you don't want to lose your parking spot. So everybody park their cars in the center of the street and let the street sweeper come on the curve and do. And then once the street sweeper passes, it's really supposed to pass by twice, but they only let them
Mhm.
pass by once. Once it passes, then everybody get back over. It's almost like cartoons. They just instantly just get right on over back into a back against the curve, so everybody can have a parking spot. Because if you don't, you won't have a parking spot. And
Wow.
people are not cooperative in Los Angeles. They don't cooperate, you
Mhm.
know. And so, but there's a lot of money made on street sweeper days in these neighborhoods. They offer tickets for people who don't move. You don't move your car, they'll give you a ticket. So it's a lot of that going on. So yeah, so it's you know, but I was asking, what kind of what issues do y'all have with Black Friday, like
I don't
these
have
kind of
any.
days? Okay,
I don't.
okay.
I don't. I don't. I never partaken in Black Friday buying. I've. I can't remember waking up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I always thought I
Mhm.
was missing out on something, but then I was like,
Right.
what am I missing out on? Because then you see the videos of people rushing through doors, knocking people over. I
Yeah.
seen a real old video of a lady. She snatched a doll from a child's
Yeah.
hand. The child was crying. The adult was over there. Yay, I got it.
Yeah, it got real
I'm
bad,
like,
especially in the early 2000s.
Mhm.
It was
no.
terrible. I did it only one time, and that's when I stayed in Houston. And and actually my wife at the time, she wanted to, get up, and it was a Walmart right around the corner from where we lived in Spring. And we got up and we stood in line. We was like there at like 4 in the morning. I was like, man, I ain't ever doing this again.
Right.
Never did
I've
Yeah.
again.
seen the
It just
lines.
wasn't worth it.
It
It was not
people
worth it.
people was lined up around the corner, and if they didn't have what they had on sale for Black Friday, hey queen, hey sweetheart, they would give them a ticket. So when they did have it
Mhm.
back in stock, they can come in
Yeah.
and get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
My
just
issue with it is just the whole the thirstiness of the whole situation. Like it's just like we are so it makes us look so desperate, and it's just a sad situation that we run into stores like that just for monetary items, just for a doll, a TV, or to get your
ain't no
kid a
food.
PS5, and we stand in line for all these different things.
I
But
can't do
then,
it.
yeah, if we have any type of community issues, you don't see us standing and jumping in nobody's line, or
You
being
know,
No, you
nowhere at
don't.
4 o'clock in the morning.
yep. Speaking of which,
You
we should
really
be lined
don't.
up at City Hall on Tuesdays when they have these meetings about what businesses are going to be or trying to get in our communities.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The thing about it is the more affluent communities. Um, I know like over in Hermosa Beach and Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach. I know when they make sure that they don't get liquor stores, pawn shops. They work together. They were even trying to take the light rail, the metro on down, but it stops right before it gets to Redondo Beach. It
Mm.
ends, and because they protested, they do not want that rail coming down, but they stuck together. The
Wow.
neighborhood stuck together. But guess what? The less affluent people, they don't get that opportunity.
Hmm.
You see,
You
they don't
might
get
have
that
one or
opportunity.
two people that'll show up. And
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
yeah, if
it's
that,
posted. It's posted. I've
yeah,
you see where they have the meetings, or you'll see them posted everywhere. And I'm not gonna try to blame anybody else because I don't go to them either. I don't. I'm not in the city long enough to to really care about that type of stuff. But
yeah, but that's important though. That kind of stuff.
yeah,
It is.
This is why you see Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and stuff like that in certain
Areas
areas.
right,
and all
You see what I'm
these
saying?
in certain
And
areas.
yeah,
right,
and then you get
You got your low
things like
cost
these
food.
lower grocery stores, and you
Mm-hmm.
get a bunch of fast food restaurants, and so
right,
it
Yeah.
becomes food deserts,
right.
in these other
Mm-hmm.
areas because they're not showing up to really protest against these things. They're not showing up to talk about fix our streets and stuff like that. You
Potholes
know?
everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Big enough to
yeah,
change the station on your radio.
hmm,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's- Speaking of cities, did y'all hear that New York is going to start charging people to drive in congested areas on a daily basis?
Mm.
Now,
Like a
how the hell
Like
they
toll.
gonna do that?
like $15 to $20 for cars and trucks.
Oh, so
If
it's
you're
like
on a
a basic toll.
yeah, to be in a congested area in New York, to go through that area, you're gonna have to pay daily. Motorcycles, 750, cars, $15 to $20 daily.
I could see how they could do that because Florida has and I don't know if the other states, but Florida has the license plate toll by plate. So they just take a picture of your license plate. So I could see how they could do that. That if you're in that
Hmm.
congested area, they just take a picture of your license plate and send it to you in the mail. I don't know if
Hmm.
they'll like put up a toll booth because
It
they're
ain't
getting
gonna be
away
a
from those
toll. I
toll
don't know
booths.
how they're gonna do. It was a very short video that I seen come out of New York where they just approved it, where they're going to start charging their residents when they're in congested areas to reduce the traffic. So they're going to charge
It's
you
a
to be in this
deterrent.
area. That's
It's a
huh?
deterrent. Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
deterrent.
And
Yeah.
there
it
you go.
pushes them to
Mm-hmm.
back to public transportation because it's probably less people using public transportation. And I'm sure it is because of the dangers of all the things that we have seen, like people getting raped and people are just watching this stuff go on. So people
Yeah,
have
it
probably
is.
started straying away from the public transportation, but it pushes you back to the public transportation, and then again, the city makes money.
Yeah, when all they got to do is spend money on security, is it because the
Right.
same thing was going on there in Los Angeles? You know, where it was a lot of violence. People getting stabbed and killed right there, and people smoking weed and smoking other things on the
Right.
dang on subways. You know, and so because security wasn't, thick enough. They, so they normally contracted with the sheriff department there, but
Mm.
you don't really see them because at one point, especially when all that stuff was coming out and people were targeting cops. In fact, in the at the Rosa Parks station, which is right where it's the A line now, but it used to be, we called it the blue line and also the green line where they meet. Now it's right there in Watts, and they normally when you get off on that train station, you'll see a bunch of sheriff cars, SUVs parked. Somebody actually came up and behind them and just shot two of them in the head,
Was
killed two
was
of the
that
sheriffs.
was that after Fruitville or before?
No, this is way after. This just happened only a
Mm.
couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. And so
Did I
then
say
at
it
that
right?
point,
Fruitville. Is it
Fruitvale
Fruitville?
Station, yeah,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
it's
Okay.
way after that. Yeah, this
Yeah,
this
that was
is
that
more
was sad.
recent.
That was a sad case right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see New York doing that. I mean, it's a money grab either way because if you use public transportation, you got to pay, and if you got to pay that fee, either way,
That
the
place
city's
is
gonna make some
congested.
money.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
I'm,
I'm
But
wondering how congested is it? Congested to the point where there's like is harming
oh,
people or
they're saying air quality.
oh okay now yeah that I can see that too.
that too, but then just the stress of being in traffic. People spend a lot of time in traffic in New York.
Yeah.
Traffic moves extremely slow.
I've
It's been
seen it.
congested for decades and decades. It's been congested. That's why people
Don't
there
say it like
use
that for decades.
it has been. That's why people utilize
That
the
place
public
is
transportation.
it's just if I've seen it from the air, and I was just like, oh no.
I've walked through there. I've been a part of the hustle and bustle in New York. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's terrible because you're walking right alongside some rats,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
big old rats.
Let's say,
Things bigger than squirrels.
Are you serious?
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
they got so much trash,
Yes, ma'am.
and they don't have. I think the trash is on barges, like it's just floating out in the Hudson River. Like they
I
don't
know.
have no place to dump. They got a lot of people and not a lot of place to dump all that stuff that they got.
I swear I saw Master Splinter when I
Every
was there.
time. And probably a couple of Michelangelo and
Right.
seen them probably some turtles.
Wait a minute, not Master Splinter.
I saw Master Splinter.
I heard those stories out of Chicago too as well. Like,
See, Chicago, you'd be surprised, but Chicago, especially downtown Chicago, they got brownstones and stuff like that too.
they do.
It
North
almost
side.
looks,
Yeah.
they got
North
rivers and everything
side.
running through
Yeah.
downtown Chicago, so it looks like a little New York. It looks like
Yeah.
New York.
Mm.
Yeah,
And they got
in
the
a lot of ways.
They got the L. So
Yeah, I caught the L.
did you?
Yes, my
That's
first day
something
there.
that
I
I
caught the
wanted
L.
to do. I've been to Chicago a few times, but I definitely want to get on the L and just have that.
I did.
Experience.
Rolled right past the Trump Tower.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you was in the good L area. You were in West Side L.
I guess
North
so.
Shore-
My auntie
you North
she
Shore
was
Drive
like,
L.
"You got on the L?" I was like, "Yeah." This your first time here? I said, "Yeah." She said, "Are you serious?" She
Yeah,
was like, "Girl, come give me a hug," because it goes down.
Right. She thought you was traumatized automatically. I'm so glad you're
No.
safe.
I was
That's the same thing
taking
they say about the
pictures
blue
all the
line.
way down. I was so excited. I'm
Yeah.
a people person. since on some days. And I was talking to the the people around me. I was just excited to be
Girl,
there.
they gonna tie you up, F you and rob you. Dude, this is my first time. They looking at her like she right for the pick, and they finna tell your
No,
butt
it
right
was.
on up.
I didn't
You
tell
tell
them it
them
was my
about.
first
I'm
time.
not from here.
Yeah, I'm not. But
Yeah,
I was just
don't
so
tell them that.
excited. I went up there for the Chicago fest. They had the Roots playing. I
Okay.
just wanted to see the Roots. I remember that
Oh,
summer the kids was gone. Yeah, when the kids is gone, I be gone too. I'm going on over
Right,
here. I'm going on over there. You
yeah.
know, so I'm looking forward to this summer because ain't no telling where I'm gonna end up.
man.
Take your
I'm
time.
going.
Take your time.
You look,
You know
we
I'm going.
yeah, we
All I
going to
need
New
is my
Orleans.
laptop.
New Orleans.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all I need is my laptop.
That's it. That's it for you.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I need a work from home job.
man, it's
I would
lovely.
be everywhere. Oh, I'm just gonna be here for a week. What about
Mhm.
work? Oh,
I got
I'm
it.
working now.
It's in my bag right now.
I'm working now. Leave me alone. You know, I would.
So, what do y'all think about Diddy? We ain't touched on that
We
much.
really ain't. He did it. He did it. He
Oh
did
yeah,
it
I
yeah.
don't.
for
I don't know
entertainment
too much.
purposes only.
I hear people talk about it, but I myself have not gone and investigated. So I don't. I'm in no position to
He
speak on
settled really
Diddy.
quick.
Yeah, it's an R.
He
Kelly
Well, of
settled.
situation
course
all
you
over
want
again.
to. That's not. You don't want something like that hanging over your head. That's you
The,
don't do that. You know, it don't mean he's guilty just because he settled.
Mm-hmm.
oh no, 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 no. Other women have come out and said the same thing. The man is sick.
Well,
You know.
the main thing, what we have to realize, and this the thing, you know how when you talk to people today, especially black folks, they say,
Hmm.
well, if I was back in the day, they wouldn't have done that to me. I wouldn't have let this or that happen.
Right.
You don't know.
But
Yeah.
this is a
Yeah.
public lynching, and it's happened
Hmm.
over and over again to black men. You know, and then we
It
participate.
is.
This
It.
time we're
You
the one.
know what? You
It's the
right.
very same thing.
It
So
is.
we've got to learn how we got to figure out a way to take care of our people, to deal with our people on our own, not publicly like this, because you understand that ends up being a whole reflection on the whole race.
Mm.
So no matter
Right.
what,
We
it's
the
a
only
reflection on
race.
all of us.
Yeah.
No,
We
we're
the
not.
only race that
We
one
we just
person
did sex
affects
trafficking
everything.
about the oh my God, the
Weinstein
fashion
film,
designer. What was his
but
name?
yeah, but
That's
does
it's
anybody? It's
no.
just like when Timothy McVeigh blew up the Oklahoma building. That
Hmm.
wasn't blamed on the white race. For some reason,
Right.
they
Mm.
isolate.
Right. We
They
are the only
isolate.
race
Okay.
But
that
if there
one
was
person is
Ahmed,
responsible.
the entire Muslim community would have got blamed for that.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
is
See,
so true.
that's what I'm saying. Look at the mindset. You have to understand the psychological bed has been made, and
Yeah.
all they do is put these little things in there, and you have to understand how that affects you because of the psychology that's prevalent in society. So right now, when we've lynched Bill Cosby, we've lynched R.
R.
Kelly,
Kelly.
we're lynching, we've lynched Michael Jackson, we've
Mm-hmm.
lynched. And you have to understand that reflects on all of us. You know,
They
it
try to
reflects
get
on all
Russell
of us.
Simmons. He moved to an non-extraditional country and ain't been back since.
Well, you have to understand.
He made the right move. He wasn't even finna argue. He wasn't gonna battle. He wasn't gonna go back and forth. And
Yeah.
y'all talking about something that happened in 1980s. I can't remember half of the 80s because I was having too much fun and partying. I am not about to. I'm not. Bye. He just
For
Mhm.
left.
entertainment purposes only.
Right. He
Hmm.
was. I'm talking about. I kind of tipped my hat to him because I was like, he made his money. He's done his thing.
And he
I don't
sold
know what
his
the
business.
situation
Yeah.
was.
Hmm.
He
But
left
the
and went
thing
on.
is, yeah, and y'all have to recognize the pattern. There's a formula that's being used.
Yeah,
One
that's the
person,
best way to kill a
one
man's career.
one person comes out on something that happened a long time ago. So somehow somebody, gave them the courage to come forward if it really happened. And then, because we know in Bill Cosby, they were actually paying people to come forward on Bill Cosby, and they wasn't really Cosby hadn't done anything to him. They were paid to do that. So,
Mm.
but then, and then they'll line people up, mixed with people who really probably was victimized and people who was not victimized. But then even the people who are not victimized, we're not going to believe that they weren't if these other people were for real,
Right.
So it's like, so that's what I'm saying is you have to understand there's a formula, and it happens the same way every single time. So y'all have to keep, these kind of patterns. If it was really organic, would it come out the same way every single time? Would it happen to where when one person speak, then all of a sudden everybody else in the past come forward too? Why, and why is it always something where the statutes of limitation really has passed? So I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's
I don't know
it's been a
about this
long
Diddy
time.
thing because
Yeah, because he
this
got
has been
men coming out the
circulating for a
woodwork
long
too.
time.
Sure.
And not
I mean,
only
I'm
that,
not saying
but
he didn't. I'm not
he
saying he
said,
didn't, but I'm saying, but we have to learn how to deal with our own people.
right.
I
Now,
get, I get,
I'm with
okay,
you on
I
that.
get that. I
I
get
get
that.
that.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to him,
But
people in
will
the
we?
industry been whispering about his behavior for years.
Yeah, with different baby mamas, it's just been different situations. But here's the
Yeah.
thing: will we? Because we have an issue that has become a tradition in our culture of what goes on my house stays in my house. So
You
will
get
we
showing
deal
that.
with that accordingly,
Mm-hmm.
or will we continue to sweep it up under the rug like Grandma did the uncle and left him in the basement, and the kids
Mm.
can't go get no freeze pops down there because Uncle Weirdo is down there, and
Mm.
every time they go down there, he got his thing in his hand doing weird stuff.
Right.
But I'm
Are we
saying
gonna?
that's
I
not
mean,
going to change without unless somebody actively come out and start making a change. Somebody have to make that a
right.
thing. Like
Okay.
but other than that, it's going to continue to be in the way that it is. We're gonna keep on. And I'm just saying we got to stop jumping on the bandwagon. If nothing else, stop jumping on the bandwagon, and lynching our people. We got to at
If
least
they
stop
did
that.
it, they did it.
Yeah,
If
but
they did it, they did
Well,
it.
well, hold on, though. I mean,
Wait
there
a
is a
minute now,
process.
because if they did it, they did it. We got young girls out there that
no,
had some
nobody
stuff
said they
John,
happen
didn't
to
do
them.
it.
Hold on. We
man,
got young girls out there that some things have happened to them and they have not said anything. Who's to say that what the Cassie is doing right now is not inspiring another girl to come forth about something that happened to her years ago?
Okay, but
Thank you.
what
That's all
I'm
I.
saying is, how is it then that this seems to be disproportionately happening to people other than white folks? How is this? How is this? So I'm just saying that you have to understand that there is something sinister going on here. That's all I'm saying. And
I
it's a
mean,
reflection. It's a reflection. Try to say something. You notice you don't. These the Jews are gonna help each other. They're gonna make sure that because that's just something you can't be anti-Semitic. They don't want to be looking bad, and because all these people who were the Rothschilds and so forth, all of them are Jews. These are their descendants. These are their people. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that you that's the one thing you cannot be. You can't say anything about Jews or whatever, or you'll be labeled as anti-Semitic. That's them. Them seem to be the only wrong people to say stuff about. You see, but who's often put on a chopping block? It's black folks. We're the ones put on chopping block. We still are seen as the lower class and less than human. I'm just saying we have to take this into consideration. And I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I'm not saying he should not pay for what he's done. But I'm saying we have to think of a better way, and not assist other folks for taking it. Would you do that with your own
Okay,
daughter if your daughter
I'm
went
asking.
and
Okay,
stole something?
how do you?
I'm doing it with
Okay,
anybody that ain't doing right, and I'm standing on that 10 toes
okay,
down. If you're
okay.
not
With
doing
that
right,
being
black, white,
said,
purple, or green, I'm gonna let it be known. Ain't gonna
with
be no uncles in the basement at my
But
house.
what I'm saying is you're
Ain't
not
gonna
in the
be
position
no
to really know.
hold
You
on.
don't know.
activity.
It's
Okay,
all
well, let me tell
hearsay.
you. This is what I told my niece. I don't give, and excuse my language. I don't give a fuck if he did it or not. Are you willing to take a chance with your child to find out? And we'll just leave it at that.
You
Hmm.
can't see that right there. That makes you dangerous.
And I will be
That that
dangerous because I
that
will be
you know
dangerous
why
if
that's
something
dangerous?
happens to one of mine.
Just think, what if we had a whole bunch of people just like you, and all somebody got to do is accuse somebody of something. They probably
I'm
didn't
not
really do
saying
it,
that I'm gonna
but then you
that
step
the
up
law
and you
has to
say,
do
well, they
anything.
saying it,
I'm
so
saying
we're
I'm
gonna.
not taking that chance.
Mm,
You can't.
well,
Okay, this is the situation. You
that don't
can't
roll.
No.
be
That
okay.
doesn't
So
roll.
would you be okay with your daughter dating Diddy? We'll just put it that way, because that's what I'm saying about finding out.
I don't
I'm
think that
not
has
taking
nothing
that
to do with
chance.
it.
No. That's a good question.
No, it's
I,
not.
yes, so
That's not
you
even
oh
relevant. Would I
oh
be? I don't know. I don't even know Diddy like that. I don't
but
know,
this would you be
but
okay with your daughter dating him?
the only reason why I would say
Mm.
no is
So
not
that goes
because
to
of
my
how
Oh,
good
okay,
he
wait a
statement of
is.
I
minute.
don't care if he
No.
did it or
No,
not.
no, hold
I'm not
on.
taking the chance to
You
find
cannot
out.
ask me a question and you don't be
Okay,
quiet and
but
let me
I'm
answer it.
explaining what
I
I
understand,
said.
but you asked me a question. Let me finish
Okay,
my
so
answer.
okay.
Let me finish my answer. But the only reason why I'm saying that I wouldn't let my daughter date Diddy is because I don't want my daughter in that industry like that. Because I know how women get treated. I don't know Diddy like that. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
okay,
pretend like
that
I know Diddy
you
personally.
just said it. You just
Okay,
said it.
but that's the
Yeah,
You know how
industry.
women get treated. You
no, no,
know
no.
how
So what?
women get treated. You
Yeah,
just
but
said
hold
it.
on. Come
You
on.
just said
Okay,
it.
we gotta be level headed. He's talking about a particular archetype, cultural icons. He's talking about a particular class of men. So you're not proving his point wrong. It's just it's common sense. It's more so about personal preference. If you were to ask that same question to someone who's like Rick Ross, you're gonna get a different answer. So you have to really consider who you're asking. He's treating
Right.
he's it's not just Diddy. He's saying for a particular type. It's like if you just say the game, 50 Cent, he's probably gonna say no to all of them
Still,
because
no,
he ain't vibing with them.
absolutely not.
So it's not one person, it's a type.
It's a
It's how,
type
yeah,
because he
how they
knows
No,
how they carry
and it's the
themselves.
because he
industry, it's that
knows
environment.
that because of what now? Because of what now? The history and the environment. You know how women get treated.
But women and
No,
men get treated
oh
bad in that industry. Do you understand? That it's still, but what I'm saying is, and I'm not saying like Diddy did. Well, I'm not. This is not to say, but I'm saying no. I wouldn't want her. I wouldn't want her in that environment. No, I wouldn't. But that's me personally. You
but if
know,
you also, but again, so you got to remember there are different individuals in these industries. If you were
Oh
to say,
yeah.
"Hey, would you let your daughter date Lupe Fiasco?" You just change the tone, but you're still talking about the same industry, he's still in the industry. So
right?
it's certain
Mm.
dudes. Well, I mean, it's not that men
But
don't see it; we see it too. We
I'm
see
not
it
trying to
too.
crucify. I think you taking it as me trying to crucify him.
No,
I'm
no, no, no. I'm
saying
not
I'm
saying that.
not taking a chance.
But
I
what
don't
I'm
want to
saying,
find out
all I'm
Let
one
let
telling
her
way or
you,
another.
finish. Let her finish.
I don't want to find out one way or another. If
mhm.
he does, if he's a freak or if he's not a freak or if he's an angel, I don't want to find out one way or
Well, no,
another.
we know
So
he's
it's
probably a freak more
so
than likely. We know
You
that.
know
But
what?
what I'm
you can't be
saying,
on both sides. You got
no,
Man.
what ain't nobody saying that. But that being a freak is nothing wrong with being a freak. If you
Yeah,
if you like stuff, there ain't nothing
when
wrong with that.
when
But
we
that's
talking.
not
For
that's not the crime he's been accused of, right? So
entertainment purposes only.
so
That's what they was calling them freak sessions. That's what they
but
was calling them
For
ain't nothing
freak
wrong with
entertainment
sessions.
that.
purposes only.
Ain't
So
nothing
yeah,
wrong with that.
but that's still a very unique situation there. All right,
Yeah.
we're talking about on a higher echelon here. We're regular folks. So
right.
what's the chances, right? What's the chance? So if we're operating at our level with this stuff, it looks totally different. It looks different, and we're dealing with different people. So it's a different flavor when you're in a higher tax bracket than it is when you're down here with the poor folks.
Mm.
Mhm. So
Where
what? So
buying a new car
let
for
me
us
ask you
is
a question.
exciting.
Let
For
me
them
ask you a
buying a
question.
new car, it's like, oh yeah, I get that. That's
Exactly.
nothing.
And
I,
Yeah.
and they,
all
they
the
do this.
excitement, we get excited over the things they already have.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But
So they were
that's the
looking
people
for
that he's
things to
luring too.
excite them. So if they're ooh.
But those are some of the
Yeah.
girls that he's getting. Like Cassie was 19 years old. She was a young girl. I don't think she came to a multi-million dollar anything. And they were receiving certain gifts. Um, all the stories are after he abused the women, he send the assistant to go out and buy, $20,000 handbags and so on and so forth. I've
Well,
listened
abused him
to
how?
listened to certain other podcasts and situations where they were reading the court documentation,
Yeah.
and a lot of the stuff was a payoff where, and not a payoff where it was an unspoken payoff. I do this to you, I do this, you have black eyes, you have bloody nose, or whatever, and now the assistant shows up with $50,000 worth of gifts.
So it was
Mm.
a fit. He's saying he was getting physically violent with them. That's what
Yes,
you mean by
Yes.
abuse.
yes. There's a
Okay.
video of Cassie under a blanket, and he raises his, and she's literally she's under this blanket, and it's like she's hovering down, and he raises his voice, and she hunkers down, and you can feel the fear that he had, and the person that's been doing the most exposing has been 50 Cent. He's just finding all type of old videos, just bringing them out, and that
Yeah,
was one of the videos that he posted, and
Mhm.
I
Well,
felt so
hold on.
bad for her.
Now 50 Cent.
You know, I
Now
know.
listen. Yeah, I'm gonna say y'all know he's a troll. So
Right.
he just
Look what 50 did to Ja Rule.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Man,
50
look
is
what
a-
He
Right.
took Ja Rule's
look what he
career
did to Mayweather.
completely
So
out.
he's just a troll, man. He's a troll. If he don't like you, he's finna let you know.
I ain't
Right.
the
And
50
they
Cent
got, he
effect.
hasn't
I
liked
need to
him.
coin that.
Yeah, he hasn't liked him for a while. He said ever since he asked him, can he take him shopping, he was through with the whole situation.
Yeah. Another man. I can't see Diamond telling John, I'm gonna take you shopping. John gonna look at Diamond like,
Right, like, man.
What?
Yeah, because
Real
that's
men
what
don't
he's
do
saying
that.
is, when a rich man telling another man, I'm gonna take you shopping, he said, you ain't got enough money. My money is bigger than yours. That's like Johnson sizes. That's a dominant type of thing.
I don't
But
know
he was
what I
trying to
got to do for
dominate.
that shopping.
What about the interview with Aaron Hall?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. What's going on with that?
So he's been implicated in one of the charges too, because him and
Really?
Diddy were supposed to have sexually
Guy?
assaulted the girl.
Aaron
Yes.
Hall.
And he did a video. He did an interview talking about how big his
His
how big
penis
he was.
was.
And any man that come in the room, and he started naming off people that could tell you how big he was. I said, "Oh no, now this is just too. I don't want nobody to know that they see me like that."
Look here. Listen, I am not surprised. What you're saying to me is not surprising. This is the kind of stuff that goes on in the industry. That's why I'm telling you, no, I wouldn't want my daughter dating anybody
In
that
the industry,
In
period.
the
I get what you're
industry.
saying.
Period.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
kind of stuff that goes on. That's why I say ain't nobody safe, because you still
Nobody.
got, that link that you sent us, AP, Columbus Short was talking about Diddy calling on him, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But who knows? I'm pretty sure he probably participated in something. I don't know.
What about the
But
guy from
thing is-
Snowfall?
Oh
Chilling
yeah.
at Booty's house.
They
And the guy from Snowfall, I can't think of his name. but
Franklin. He plays Franklin, the main
yeah,
character.
and he was chilling at Diddy's house. And people, these men that be in the
He called
industry,
him a black
On-
sex something.
yes, these men that's in the industry that be on these podcasts will say it as long as you don't get caught by take that house. Don't get up under that umbrella. You good. Talking about P. Diddy, like they.
Oh no, yeah.
It's
Listen.
like
I've heard
they
some things.
know.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Ain't
Like I
nobody
say, I'm
saying
not
nothing.
surprised. Diddy got yachts. I mean, he got.
Yeah.
He throws parties. Jamie Foxx have talked about it. Jamie, look, don't be
Jamie
surprised
Foxx
when you
talked about it. And then he
don't
had
be surprised when
a
you
medical
start seeing
emergency.
skeletons fall out of Jamie's closet too. I'm just
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
it's these things have happened. But all I'm saying to you though, AP, is what I'm saying is just observe. It's just when you go and just because somebody say something, you jump on the bandwagon just because there's a chance they could have done it, then I mean that really makes you a villain.
Well, I
That makes
didn't.
you a
I'm
villain.
gonna tell you, with R. Kelly, I wholeheartedly did not. I was like, not R. Kelly, not Bill Cosby, but Diddy. I've just heard it's just been year after year after year. There's always something going on with him, and he set his arrogance. He's such an arrogant person that he hasn't really swept it up
R.
under
Kelly
the rug.
probably is more arrogant than Diddy is.
But
R.
he had
Kelly
his
got
a
it
little bit
terrible.
more he had his. I think he wasn't as out in the open with it.
Who? R. Kelly? Oh man,
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, he
I mean
was.
Yes, he was.
that P
Aaliyah
video got leaked, but I'm saying he had a lot of girls that he was dealing with,
did. Didn't you
and he
say that
was
R. Kelly had it to where if he was walking down the hall, everybody had to
nobody
be
got it
inside their hotel
right.
room when
That's
They
right.
they
can't even
couldn't
make
be
Yeah,
out in
eye
the
could
hall?
contact
nobody
with.
be in the hallway if R. Kelly was walking down the
You know
hallway
what?
on
This
on that
this
tour?
remind me of something my mother used to say. And then please excuse my verbiage. You can take the nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
all
And
of
you
And
know
when they
what?
get that
Let
money,
me tell y'all a little
it
secret.
exasper it brings it out of them.
yeah,
hmm
something that they
I
already
was
had in them.
Yep.
you remember how R. Kelly got his start? He went to audition for this show called Big Break, hosted by Natalie Cole.
Oh
At
wow.
the time that he went on that show to do his audition, me and my group was there as well. I met R. Kelly in public announcement at that time. However, we were just dancing, so they wasn't taking dancers, so we didn't get on the show. But I met R. Kelly, and I was just like, I didn't. Of course, you didn't know him then. Of course, he wasn't nobody yet. But them dudes can sing their butts off. But but to look at the season and see him win it and think, because he won that season, so and since then though, even him and that group he was with, he got so airy, he got too big for them. Public announcement,
Yeah,
you know so, and they had issues with him because of his arrogance and stuff like that. I've seen R. Kelly in concert there in LA, and R. Kelly just talking about, I can write a song about anything, and but the dude is talented. I'm not going to take that away from him. He is extremely talented. He's genius. And so he's written and performed some of my favorite all-time favorite songs.
Oh
You know.
yes.
So, I take it for what I can take from him. R. Kelly the person, I can do without. I don't like
Mhm.
people like that. But his music, his artistry, all day long. I'll still listen to him even though I don't like him, but I like his art. You know,
Mm.
his art's good.
You
So I
you
can
know,
separate them.
I understand where you're coming from when you say that because there's I listen to religious music and there's Reverend James Cleveland, even though he was suspected of having relations with
hmm,
young people, that man made some of the greatest religious songs ever. That if you
Sure.
go into an
and it seems like those savants, those
woo,
artistic, not autistic, but artistic savants, always have something going on sexually, because we can go back like to mid-century or different things, and we start hearing about uh Chopin and Shakespeare and different. Everybody has like a little freak dog thing going on, and I'm
Shakespeare
yeah.
not
was
sure
gay.
if
What's his name? The Da Vinci.
Da Vinci,
Da
yeah,
Vinci was
yeah,
gay.
Yeah.
and he was
He was
painting
well.
Shakespeare
He
was
children.
wasn't
gay.
gay. He was
Him and King James
bisexual.
were booty
Were
partners.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's like you find people in this artistic
Oh,
Can I say
world.
that?
Daddy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you didn't
Did
know
you
that.
hear
They
what he
were.
said?
The King James
Yeah,
who wrote the
that's
King
Bible.
James and Da Vinci was
lovers.
No,
Yeah,
Shakespeare.
a Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Yes.
Oh, I wish my brother was here. Shakespearean effect, the Bible. This is for entertainment purposes only.
But
Da
still,
Vinci was
but look
gay
how
too, but he painted his lover. That's who Mona Lisa and Jesus was. Jesus was his lover.
The church commissioned him to repaint Jesus as a white man to get rid
Hmm.
of all the black.
who did
Yeah,
he use as a model?
His
Caesar
his
boyfriend.
lover.
Gaboria.
His
Yeah.
No, it
lover.
wasn't his boyfriend.
It wasn't his
It was
lover.
no, that it was Caesar Gaboria, which was a son of his father was a very powerful man. I forget uh his name or whatever,
I
but
was reading something and they said that they were lovers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know in my research I didn't that connection
Didn't
never
come up.
came up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that not
Okay.
that connection. So, but like I say, when this is how they because this is why you see when you read the Bible, the way they describe Jesus ain't the way you see him depicted.
No.
It's like totally different, totally opposite.
It
So
really is, and it right there
yeah.
makes you question, what are y'all doing?
Well, but I again the got a book over here, the Mythical Christ and the Historical Jesus, written by Gerald Massey, who actually did a lot of deep
Yeah.
research looking for the true existence of Jesus. And all he found, the closest one he found that relates to everything, from the historical standpoint, was a guy named Yehoshua ben Pandera, and that's why they get the name Yahshua
That's
from
what-
Yeshua.
Mm.
But his name is Yehoshua ben Pandera, who was a Jew who was also exiled by the other Jews, just like Jesus was. But he didn't go around doing the miracles and stuff like that. So, but then you get into the councils of Nicaea, then you understand why and how they put all this stuff together. But I ain't
Yeah.
gonna get into that because I ain't trying to mess with
I'm just
people.
I was gonna
saying, how
say
do
that's
you?
a long.
That's
Yeah,
another conversation for a
Yeah,
different day. I
yeah.
that's
get
a
it,
lot of
but
information right there.
yeah, but how do you
Hmm.
get rid of a man that can
Constantine.
turn water into wine? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
How do you get rid of it?
How do you
Right.
And
Because
again,
he can come
that
back
was
if he want
metaphoric though,
to.
right?
You know, I had to throw that in there. I was being funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, you know how
You
many
know.
drunkards there would be?
Oh.
Right.
Mm,
But yeah,
mm,
but
okay.
either way it goes. So I mean, I like if you just take the character Jesus, I got no problem with Jesus. I think Jesus is a great influence. I think Jesus is a great icon. However, he ain't my Lord and Savior, but I do. Somebody like that is definitely an ascended master. So
For
I wouldn't take
entertainment
that from him.
purposes only.
All right,
I was
Kingdom.
already cleaning it up. You didn't have to
We're-
say
Yeah.
anything.
My brother would be so proud of me tonight. Y'all make sure y'all tell him he
I'm pretty
don't
sure you're
walk.
gonna say he probably gonna say you overused it, but it was all
right.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, peace,
man.
peace, 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 peace.
You know what? Forget all of y'all.
See, like I done
we love
tried to
we
get my
love you,
best, and
sis.
now y'all talking about my best.
We love you, sis.
I love y'all too, baby, because we can go there and then come back and be right here.
Man,
Right here. That is the
Yeah.
beauty of this show. We may have a little disagreement, but look where we at right now.
right,
Hey,
That's
right.
it.
I mean, we can all agree to disagree, and we can come
Man.
to we
no,
can
it's
all
it,
come to
it's
some
just
agreement.
it's just an expression of viewpoints,
Yeah,
and that's okay. It's not a disagreement. It's really a flow of one event, and
right.
everybody's sitting on different sides of the same event. That's okay. It's not a disagreement.
Okay.
I mean,
Mhm.
I get it. Because you're entitled to have your viewpoint on it. That's fine. Everybody is. So
Well,
no,
I
it's all
disagree.
good.
I'm just
Yeah.
You just hard headed and combative.
right.
Ooh. Shout out to Positive Black Images. They are currently broadcasting our live. Thank you so much. I just had to put that out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent, excellent.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
some
So,
different. Go ahead.
what do y'all guys think? Like, Hollywood is Hollywood. Do you think that he might be a gatekeeper, and he's
He who?
Diddy? Because
Yeah.
they said he was
Well,
one of the gatekeepers.
oh, I don't know about
Oh, you got to go
wait,
see him.
Yeah,
well,
to make that they have several like Clive Davis was
sure,
supposed to be a gatekeeper for
sure.
for a long time, and he worked under Clive Davis, him and Andre Harrell.
Anybody
So
like that, Dr. Dre, same thing. It's like these are the people that you go to. This is who when you get signed with them and or you get connected with them,
okay with them.
then they know that's a shoe in because of their status in the industry, you know. So so yeah, it is, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That means they've done well.
Have y'all seen the this came out earlier this year, the interview with Jaguar Wright.
Oh yeah, I've watched several of her interviews.
Jaguar Wright. She was saying all this about Puffy before anything came out.
Yeah, she
Oh,
said
I don't know who
there
she
are five
is.
people over
Oh.
Bad Boy, and 4 of them is dead, and Albie Shore almost died. Kim
Yeah.
Porter's dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead, and it's one more.
They're all dead
And then
except
there was
for
Yeah.
rumors long
Ali
ago
Shore.
of a girl that wrote a book, and now that book is $52. That book was not $52 when she wrote that book long ago, and she ended up dying.
What
But
is the
she
name
wrote,
of the book?
oh, I got to look it up. But she wrote this book a long time ago about a record executive for Augusta
I know who you're
Records,
talking. Yeah, yeah.
and talking about all of his sexcapades and abusive acts that he was doing, and she ended up dead.
Well, I can tell you that's that's singling somebody out because there's plenty of record execs. It
Right.
is
Oh,
actually
oh, she was connected to
it's
him.
probably quicker to count the ones who ain't doing it than the ones who are
Right.
doing it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, she
so
was definitely connected to him. She was in the clique with them. So
yeah, but you can't expect to get into such a and I'm gonna say it just like it really is, a satanic movement,
you're
and
right.
not think that these kind of things are going
I'm not
on.
gonna
It's
happen.
just
Yeah.
again
Yeah.
that so when you're doing that, you are literally a lot of people, a lot of artists have to turn things down. They have to
Yeah.
turn offers down because they're instantly like, yeah, you got talent, I can make you rich, but you got to do this. Oh
Right.
no, I ain't with it. Okay, well then
Correct.
stay down. You
Uh,
know,
the young lady from oh, what was the girl group he had? Danity Kane.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She
There.
said the same thing. She said the reason why Puffy got rid of her is because she wasn't going to do things outside of doing music.
yeah,
So those extracurricular things. But I always tell people, signing your soul away to the devil. Don't expect somebody to come with a red suit and a pitchfork and some horns. That's not how that works.
well,
He ain't gonna present you a pen and you're gonna see this character come. Signing your way to the devil means that you're going to flirt with your morals and your values. You're gonna negotiate on your morals and your values, or even throw them away. And then you have to suffer the consequences for what you have done. And knowing what you know in your heart, what's to be right, you sacrifice that.
yeah. But
Hi,
here's
Mr.
the thing.
Brown.
But here's the thing. So we've seen and pay attention to what we've okay. So let's look at Miley Cyrus, who
Ooh.
used to be the Hannah Montana, right? My daughter used to love Hannah Montana.
Mm-hmm.
uh, but she didn't want to she didn't want her her career to come to an end because she was a child star.
Right.
Look at how she came with it. She had to come sexualized.
Right. Yeah.
She sexualized herself in order to so you have to understand that that's what she had to do, even though she was Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter, but that
Mm-hmm.
still did not give her entitlement into it. So she had to sexualize herself, and then that way she can have her own her own spot in the spotlight.
Yeah. She could get away from that childish
Yeah.
character.
Exactly. And who else? I just had somebody else in mind
Britney Spears. That's how they blossom into a
well,
woman that become overly
Have
Britney
y'all
was
seen
rebellious.
Britney? Have y'all seen
Britney
her?
was rebellious, and they try to make her look like she's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
where
You
is
see what I'm
she?
saying?
Because that the lady that they're filming on TikTok or Instagram, that's not her.
Well, I don't know. I couldn't if I couldn't pick Britney out in a lineup. I couldn't.
The,
I
the,
couldn't.
the one I've
Teeth,
been seeing looks terrible. She looks terrible.
very terrible.
Yeah.
Very
I don't know.
unhealthy. A
And
lot
Trey
of
was like,
green screen going on in the background, and you can tell where pictures have been sliced and then put together to make it seem like this woman is actually still alive for entertainment purposes only. So yeah,
Yeah.
ooh,
she's
But yeah,
that
she was in
pansexual.
me
brings
like
us
that.
to
Yeah, she's pansexual, and she says made to be known, which is fine or whatever. But it's she's focusing more on her sexual, whatever sexual experiences that she's going through. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, but
But
we can.
that was a big
That's
loss.
just an
That was a
excuse.
big loss for the side, for the good side. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just saying,
Mm.
it's just things like that. We have
What
to
you,
wonder about that kind of
I got a
stuff.
question. Yeah, we're gonna end it on this note, because this probably gonna take us on out. Sexy Red.
I
girl,
don't know
I
who
don't
that
even want
is.
to. I'm so sick of her nasty, stank, funky tail. She just look like she just need, like she just
Who is
always
that?
putting Summer's Eve up there. She got BV. I'm so.
Never mind. I don't want to know who she is. God
Damn,
dang. Shit.
I'm sorry, girl. She irritates.
Diamond, you don't know who Sexy Red is?
I do not. I don't
My,
know who that
She
is.
I
just
don't even want to
irritates
repeat
me.
the lyrics of her song. Just
Yeah. Well, yeah,
That's
I
the one we was
intentionally stay
talking
away
about.
from that. I don't listen. I listen to meditation music, sound bowls, and harps.
Right.
That's me
And you
and
probably
John
better off because that
Skywalker.
right there is just a negative impact all across the board. She is just so,
yeah.
and now she pregnant, so
Mm-hmm.
she's
Twerking on
working
stage
and doing splits and
By one
while
of
everything
her
else.
pregnant,
fans.
She just
I'm just kidding. I
a
don't know.
hot mess. And
and
I'm just
she's from St.
right.
Louis.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm disappointed that she's from St. Louis at this point.
Well, I'm just saying. Y'all be getting it in St. Louis. You know that. Quick acting like y'all surprised.
Right, but
I am.
I'm like, you ain't got to tell
I am.
everybody.
I am.
Come on now.
I'm surprised. Like, god
I'm like, you
damn.
don't got to tell
You act like
everybody. That's how
I
that's
just
St.
that goes.
Louis, not Mayberry. I'm
and
just
Man.
when
saying.
I say they be dragging her on TikTok,
Yeah, they said she looked like Raj from
they said no,
it
Young
was
Thug.
happening.
They said she looked like Young Thug.
Yeah, they done put a
Really? A
comparison of Young
girl who
Thug.
looked like Young Thug?
Yeah,
Do I need to
and
put
they
up a
put the pictures
picture?
side by side.
Do
Now,
I
It
need
what
to
says,
did
do
I
a
have a question. Is Diddy the only one at fault, or does these adults have any responsibility?
ooh, who wrote that?
Carlos Brown. I'm not. I would say if you stay in an abusive relationship, it does become your responsibility to get out. But sometimes that mental abuse has you so stuck in a situation that you don't know how to get out. And before you
That
can
part.
comment on that, you have to go through a situation like that.
There you go.
uh
Yeah.
well. Okay.
Are you? Have
Okay.
you been hitting on people?
Huh?
Because
Have
I
I been
feel,
hitting on people?
yeah, because I no, because I'm like, the reason I'm saying that is because I have been in an abusive relationship, and it sounds real easy. It does
No,
sound
no, I
easy,
know, no,
and
I
I've told
understand that.
women like you know, I have been the type of person to be like, why you just don't leave? But here's the situation: you get stuck into this. I don't know, and I feel like I'm strong, but you
Mm-hmm.
get stuck in this situation mentally
Yeah.
where you just like you can't get out, and you don't know
Yeah.
why you won't leave, and then all you sitting there thinking is, I'm finna leave, and then something just happened, and I don't know if it's these sick soul ties or if it's if I
Yeah.
don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but I can't
Well,
explain it. But
okay. Well, we'll keep this on a mundane level because I won't take it beyond this because because it's easy if you want to come up and talk higher talk then it's easy for me to answer that, but we'll just keep it here. I'll just
yeah, I
keep
was
it
gonna
there.
say when, and then you gotta know that people know people. So sometimes when you are an abuser, you it's timing. So you might get a strong person, but you get them at the right time. So he might have targeted these women and knew what it was, or you could have a strong woman and you just wear them down. You know that mental abuse is something else, and I know a lot of people don't. A
Well,
lot of
then are they
men,
strong if you can wear them down? I wouldn't
huh?
say they're strong.
No, I'm saying you going into the situation strong. Like these women may come into the situation strong, but it's like a chisel, just a little bit at a time, just steady chiseling away. And now you have worn them down where they're stuck in this situation and they don't know why. And some people get stuck forever.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Okay.
we had so many comments.
I see.
Yeah. Shout out to PS4 John Gotti,
Thank
Carlos
you.
Brown.
And
Shout
I
out to
think that he
y'all.
said, why is money a reward? When somebody, and I was on a lower end, that I wouldn't get no $20,000 worth of nothing. But when that person does things
Why
to
is
you and
money a
then buys you something, it's like a showing you love. So now all of a sudden you feel like, okay, it ain't so bad.
because you don't want to go back to being broke.
Thank you. And I didn't have a
That's all
couple
it
of,
is.
I didn't have
You
a
don't want
job
to
or
go back to
anything
being
else.
broke.
Right.
This man is taking care of me. He is putting a roof over my head. He is putting money in my. I got diamonds. I got
Mhm.
jewelry. I got clothes. I got purses. And guess what? I'm
And
shitting
it
on
ain't
these
so
bitches.
Come
right.
on.
It ain't so bad.
It ain't so bad. I got 10 LV bags in there. I got the
Mhm.
best shoes in the world in there. I get to be
Y'all don't see the
pictured with
problem.
him
Y'all think
all
Diddy's the
around the
problem.
world.
And y'all
It's the
think
That's
Diddy's the
that's
problem.
another
mental.
that's
It's the
another thing,
mental.
right,
He
of
gets
selling
them
your soul to the
young.
devil.
He
That's
gets
another,
them young.
yeah, but that's another situation of selling your soul to the devil because you're compromising what you know to be right for monetary items.
There it is.
I guarantee you were already sold to the devil long before you got to Diddy. We
Oh,
need to have a show on that because look, y'all gonna have me preaching up in here because I can answer. Because I'm just saying all of this. So listen, what y'all
it
just
says so.
described is what
What did he say? He gets some
Abraham
X.
Maslow talks
Right.
about
So
his
you,
hierarchy of needs, and when you sacrifice, security for well-being,
mhm,
sometimes these things get they get you sacrifice your well-being in the name of security.
right,
And so he talks about these things. That's why people don't self-actualize. So when you don't make self-actualizing or self-actualization a purpose and a target and an objective, then it's easy for you to get done this way. So that's why I say Diddy ain't the problem. Their goals are the problem. Okay, so if if
Mm,
but
if if
they
if a
both
Louis
are the
Vuitton
problem.
bag is enough to
right.
stop you in your tracks, then why? Okay, well then that's if it's that easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say they both are
I
the
missed
problem
the call in
because
segment.
he's just as much of
Carlos,
the problem as
the
they are.
numbers.
I'm not gonna take away from them because they're both the problem. They both are the problem, and everybody is not that as self-aware. We can say
Thank you.
on a head on a we could say right now, I could say to another woman as a healed me, I could say to another woman all the things that you have said, but a healed woman could never have told me that when I was going through that because I was broken. You see what I'm saying?
Understood. Well, I understand
It
what you're
takes
saying.
work to get to what
I
you're saying.
understand that,
So
but
it
it's
might
just like
be
that. But not everybody's a good person either.
right.
So I'm saying if you're gonna make that excuse, let's make that excuse on the other side too. Not everybody's a good person. Not
Yeah,
everybody's
across the board.
self-aware. Well,
Yeah,
there you go. That's why you got this situation. You
yeah.
got you got not good people with
Um,
unself-aware people. That's when
I
they
agree
mix
with
up,
you. I
this
agree with
situation
you.
happens.
Yeah, I agree
Mm,
with you. Yeah,
And it's their job to transcend that condition, whatever condition has got them there. It's their job to do that. That's their divine assignment. That's
right,
literally, and whether they like it or not, that's between them and God.
ooh.
right. Well,
Period.
Carlos Brown, you can still call in. The number is posted. You can call in at any time. Go ahead.
greed and
Ooh,
bloodlust for money.
yeah,
That's true. And I'm
yeah.
I'm not just putting
You,
that off on women. Men do it too. You know,
yeah.
they go through
I mean,
abusive situations because
the
there are women out
director's
here that,
couch.
huh?
The director's couch
Yeah,
is for
the
Yeah.
men
and
and
women.
women.
Yep, yep.
Men got to do some things.
Right.
Some strange things for a little
Some
change.
strange
Oh,
things for
yeah.
some change to be recognized as soon as they walk out the door and have paparazzi taking their picture. Yeah,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you do this, and I'm gonna make you a star. That
But it's a yearning and it's a lack there to wanna be that much of a star. Yeah, it just goes back to what you're saying. It's just a bunch of broken people doing broken shit.
That's
yeah,
it. On both sides of the scale.
that's it.
And
You
what you going
know,
are you gonna jump in to save them?
Hell no, because I barely saved myself.
Because you gonna get mixed up too.
oh, is it a
Right.
That's it.
possibility
There
that
you
she
go.
was a? Did
You
you hear
sure?
what he said? I'm sorry. Did y'all read that? Is it a possibility? She was a willing party until her time was up, like a
Yeah.
Hooters girl.
I know. I believe that she
Yeah,
Hey,
was a willing
you
party,
just never
but
know.
I believe her mindset
yeah,
was taking a hit
yeah.
every time she was willing to do things. And once a person has that control on you,
Ooh, baby.
it's not so easy to get out of it, especially if it's abusive relationship where they putting their hands on you and stuff like that. Like, it may have been repercussions, because it's easy for me to walk away from Bill, but I can't walk away from Diddy that easy, because he can find me anywhere I go.
Either way, either situation, whether it's Bill or Diddy, you recognize that you need some help.
Right.
Yeah.
So the same function takes place. Go get some help.
Right.
I mean, you got people dying around you around Diddy.
Come on now. I can point people out who
That's-
more people are died around them than around Diddy.
That's, you know,
They more
ain't no
dangerous
telling
than
what,
Diddy.
but ain't no telling what she done seen.
Oh, I'm sure, but I mean, but still, go get some help.
Are the intimidation tactics? And it's easy to say, go get some help. Yeah, that's an easy thing to say, but it's just, you got to get to that point where you so broken that you want that help.
Ooh.
What?
You know,
And that's the point.
I put a post up.
When are you going to hit that? Yeah, because I know the wall is different in different places for different people.
Right. I put a post up like a few weeks ago that I didn't know I was broken until I healed.
Ooh.
Because you live in that broken becomes so normal to you, you don't realize that you're even going through anything, because it's normal. Ain't no big thing. He calling me bees and this, that, and this. Oh, that ain't nothing. That's what they do. That's what people do until you become healed, and then it's not acceptable anymore.
But what was the catalyst for healing? What's the difference between the broken you and the healed you?
Oh, it's certain things that I'm not accepting under no conditions.
So it sounds like wisdom.
Yeah, and right.
So which is a
when
change
you know better,
of mind.
You do better.
Mm-hmm. You know. So I'm just saying. But everybody's here, and all I'm saying here is what we're looking at is everybody's got their challenges. Everybody's been challenged, and that's what life is. It's a big fruit bowl of challenges, you know. And so everybody have to deal with their challenges in their way. And some people, you know, that was Cassie's path. She was destined to go through that to bring whatever divine qualities out of her that needed to be brought out.
There you go.
And Diddy's so right now he's about to, you know, have something happen to him to where that's gonna erase that out of him too. So who knows? Yeah. So this is either way it goes, they both are about to evolve to some degree.
I can see that. I can definitely see
He's
it.
He's never been married either.
Divine, there's a divine order. Everything is decent and in order.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
so
I'm just saying. Is it not showing up on the screen?
No, it's there.
Oh, okay. No, because Carlos, like, what's the number? Mr. Brown. Mr. Carlos Brown.
It was probably too small for him to see it.
Yeah, I just sent the number to you via Messenger.
I can see it.
I'm looking at the Facebook.
I just sent the number to you, sir.
I mean, I don't know Carlos' situation. If the, you know, glasses ain't on, I'm not sure Carlos, but I'm just saying.
Oh, he made it big, nice, and that. There you go.
Just in case.
Just in case he still ain't.
In case the bifocals ain't near, here it is. Blow it up for you.
Love it. Tonight's show was great. This was great. This was great. This is our Tuesday. I want to thank everyone for jumping in on tonight's live. We really appreciate it. This was a really good show. Thank you.
Yeah, we got some.
John didn't talk much. Oh,
John is still
he's still filling out our new
filling out the platform.
This is Godlevel. Who am I speaking with? How you doing, Carlos?
What's going on, sir?
I'm well.
Can y'all hear him? Do I need to push the mic in?
Yeah, a little bit closer. A little bit closer.
Okay. Go ahead, Carlos. Say something.
So, just to play devil's advocate, even though I don't believe in the devil thing, but just to play the word devil's advocate. How do we know that she is? Because all we're saying is that it's an accusation and he's being accused. But how do you know she's not a little participant all the way through until her time was up, as I said before? Because you know that if you say out your own mouth, oh, well, I'm getting this and I'm getting that, I'm getting these trinkets, I'm getting this money, I'm shitting on these other chicks, actually you are actually allowing yourself to go through that beyond the whole thing about being healed and all that, because you got enough wherewithal to say that you're better than somebody else, then you actually ain't a victim at this point anymore. Because you're allowing these things to happen. You want it to happen so that you can say that you're better than somebody else.
But it's an agreement, though, Carlos, right? Because at that point, you have
Exactly.
bought into the agreement.
Getting something out of it.
Mutual understanding.
Yeah, it's a mutual.
This
Yeah.
thing to go and do so I could be this way, so I can be better than the next woman.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want
As
to.
a
Yeah.
willing participant, you're not really a victim at that point. And if I'm not mistaken, he got her when she was what, 20, 21?
19.
That's what this 19 years old. So all this time, because we can't always say that, oh, well, she didn't know no better, because this 19-year-old who got way more wherewithal than a 30-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say, oh, because she was young, she didn't have the wherewithal to know what she was doing. Because she walked away now and lived her life with a whole different status? Or is it just because she just wanted to go on the trips, wanted to go in the helicopter, wanted to go on the jet? But like Hooters girls, you only got so many times that you can be able on the floor until it's time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's young Miami in her now. Because her time is up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that situation though. I think when you're genuinely at 19 years old think that this is your boyfriend. This is who you're with. And think about at that age when you first started to be in a relationship with somebody. And I know it's different for women than it is for men, but when we go in, we go all the way in wholeheartedly. So a lot of times we allow the love that we have for somebody to be manipulated and to be able to say, okay, I'll do it this time, but I don't want to do it again. And then I'll do it this time, but I don't want to do it again. And the rewards that you're receiving from that is the love that you would think that you thought that you were supposed to be getting from this person because I love you. So you're buying me these purses and you're buying me these things and so on and so forth. I love you. And if the only way that you can show me that you love me is monetary items, then I accept that. That's what I'm talking about being a broken person. Is that sometimes you accept things that you would normally accept because a lot of us don't know what love is. And I'm coming from a real space because if you think about all of us that grew up with our parents and so on and so forth, it's very few of us that seem loving and functional relationships. So what we are doing is we're mimicking the things that we see. Oh, it ain't no big deal because my daddy used to slap my mama. It ain't no big deal because I used to see my uncle with my auntie ass every day, and she drive a brand new Cadillac. You see where
that's something that's astounding. That's true, and that's well and understood. But what I'm saying is, how do you know that her situation is that? We want to hang and kill Diddy off because
come on, ain't the same thing I was saying.
And she was young at the point of time when she interacted with him.
Mm-hmm. That's the same thing I was saying.
Her being young.
I'm still saying is, how do you know she wasn't a willing participant? As all those years came and went by, he ain't married, as you said before. He ain't trying to marry her. He wasn't going to marry her. He didn't want to marry her. So how do you keep on saying that she was a victim and she steady knowing that this man ain't your boyfriend, ain't your fiance, ain't your husband? How do you keep going with that? Because why? You keep getting what you want out of the deal. It's a transaction between the two.
I don't think it's a transaction situation. I don't think it was a pimp and hoe type of situation or a trick and hoe type of situation. I think
but we don't know that.
Yeah, so that's what they're trying to address is we haven't went to court yet.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Don't nobody know.
We haven't went to court yet.
Well, they'll never go to court.
They're not going to court. He paid.
Yeah.
He already
He
So,
said
filed
so
at 5 o'clock. He paid at 5:01. He
yeah. So
paid.
what Carlos is identifying, just as
You pay to
Diamond.
have something go away, whether you did it or not.
Mm.
You do
But
that
it's-
just for the traffic ticket. You may it if you didn't do it, but you pay what you can pay to get something raised according to how much you have. If you could pay your way to get out a whole lot of things, you would.
Sure, of course.
Because your money can get you out of certain things. Because that's where
Because
your money is at.
That's
pay the
money and
penalty.
time.
Anything.
Money
Pay
and
the penalty.
time.
Yeah, pay the penalty.
You don't want to
All
be
right.
caught up in litigation.
But you can't beat assault case. Because if you had enough money to beat the assault case, you know what you would do? You would beat the assault case with the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's right about that. He did sue.
He sued his corporation,
and the insurance paid out.
Diddy
But
didn't settle. She sued the
from what
corporation.
I understand, with the insurance thing is, the insurance is not going to pay if it's not enough evidence showing that, insurance got big money and
Because of his affiliation.
yeah, they got big money and big lawyers, so they could fought all day long. But if there's enough evidence that says, hey, we might as well go on and settle this out, because if we don't, it's going to be a bigger situation than what it was.
Yeah, it's just go ahead. Let's just move on
here's the devil
forward.
advocate in me again. If I was to say to you that I was going to expose some of your deviant behavior, and you have this image of you, let's just say, of a pastor or a preacher, or minister, or whatever. Now, I know what you did. You know what you did. You know what you didn't do. If I tell you, but if you just give me 10 grand, I forget I know what you did. It don't have to be that you actually had a sexual assault. It should just become your deviant behavior, how your sexcapades are. Because you also got to realize you might not want to have that in front of your kids all the time. You want to have your family go through the whole trial of how your sexcapades go about.
Brand image.
There's things inside your bedroom you don't want your children or your family to know that you engage in. So if he's a bisexual, but you don't have this imagery as a bisexual, do you want your 19-year-old son to see you that way?
Didn't he sleep with his son's girlfriend, allegedly?
The girlfriend, but not the son's boyfriend. That's two different things.
But I'm like, this has been other exposure of.
I could be completely wrong, but you could be completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. You right, I'm wrong. I'm right, you wrong.
No, but that's what I'm saying though, Carlos, is you have to look at it from an objective standpoint, and that's all you're doing. You take an objective pinpoint from it, and that's what I was saying earlier. Stop just jumping on the bandwagon, because we never know all the story. We don't know the story. And so all we can do at this point is observe
and
speculate.
That's it.
Hold the trial in the media. Well
Right.
Well said.
That's why lawyers usually don't let evidence out, because now everybody becomes a shithouse lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can't hold the trial at all.
Oh, I heard, or I read, or I saw, because you got people on the internet who ain't been in journalism school an hour, but all of a sudden now reporting shit.
Oh,
and you go off and believe it because he reported it. Now you're the same thing that the commercial said. It had to be true because it's on the internet.
And who would dare put out false information? Who would dare do that?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. That's why I'm saying we got to stop jumping on stuff. We even with all the stuff that happened with R. Kelly and Cosby, we still don't know the whole story. But yet we assisted in lynching them. We assisted that.
So were we lynching him? Right.
He could be a real life monster, or she could be a real life liar.
It's either or. It's either or.
Or it could be a
we don't know.
You fall in line, or it feels good, or even have symmetry to your life. Now you want to say, well, she got to be right, because it sounds like the trumpet I was blowing. But it's another person saying it sounds like the trumpet I was blowing, somebody trying to con me or try to cash grab me.
You are really playing both sides here.
Plenty of men who,
he is really playing both sides here.
Just because you don't want to let your secrets out. That's just life.
That's life, because not everything is everybody's business anyway.
If you had the money to beat this fraud case, you would beat it. If you just had to pay a couple dollars. But most of them only got money to beat a speeding ticket. But if they told you that you had an assault case, but you know you got $7,000 and you can pay the $7,000 to make it go away.
But the payment didn't make it go away because he lost a lot more than that $30 million.
He did.
He lost his endorsements. He had to step down as chairman as revoked. So the payment didn't make it go away. They still stripping him down.
That's what you got to understand about business now. Then,
right?
If I got that money, that's what you see that I have. You don't think he got holdings that you don't know about?
I believe that.
Oh,
but
I believe it.
I'm saying he's not on the forefront.
If I'm willing to tell you I can give you $30 million, how much do you think I really have?
He didn't have it.
He didn't have it. Same thing with corporation.
If I could give you $100 million, how much you think I have? If I could give you $100 million for dribbling, as they say.
That's because that show ain't all he got.
Right, but they sued the corporation. But here's the thing, I'm saying that even though they gave him $30 million and he could have $100 million, he could have $1 billion. But what they're doing is they're stripping things from him, which they're taking one thing, because what you know about people that are famous is they love being in the limelight. They're about to strip him and put him backstage. So it's going to hurt him more in the long run.
What you're saying is true, but the same thing you're saying that they persecuted him in front of you and you want to hang him, they did that same thing with Mike Vick. But next thing you know,
That's
10
right.
years later, he's back on TV. He's back making money. He was in the film.
But what about with the situation with Shine?
You can strip it. You can lose that money today. But if you in the business already have the money in your pocket, and you have cronies who may or may not be doing the same thing as you gonna get that money back.
Well, I'm gonna say is his bounce back game. Is his bounce?
Because he paid that money out or he lost that endorsement. They can foreclose the house tomorrow.
Do you think his bounce back game is strong enough to survive
Yes.
this second
Yes.
time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
You can't $200 for your speeding ticket. It's enough for me to beat the case.
I think they gave him a chance with Shine. I don't know if he's going to be able to bounce back from this one. Because they let him. Remember with Shine, they took remember J-Lo stopped messing with him. Everything got stripped from him. They was kind of had him on the hush hush for a minute. He had to build his way back up. What I'm asking is, do you think his bounce back game is enough that he went through that already? Because you know they all right. We done gave you a second chance. Now here comes some more bullshit. Do you think his bounce back game is strong? Not money wise. I'm talking about.
Hold on.
Gave him a second chance. You don't think they got dirt under their nails as well?
Oh shit. She's asking, is his bounce back game strong enough?
Here's the thing that's even more important than what you're saying. You keep saying he's a gatekeeper, but who's behind the gate that he's keeping?
To get to the next level. Clive Davis would have been one of them. But my question was, do you think that his bounce back game is enough to survive this second round?
No, hold on, Carlos. Her question was this: do you think he has what it takes to bounce back from all of these allegations that he is going through right now?
That's my point. I'm saying whoever gate he's standing in front of is going to help him get back into wherever he wants to go. So he may not be $800 million in. He may be $300 million in, but he's still straight. He's $300 million.
Just needs time.
Okay.
Time heals all.
Now what?
Time.
We'll see.
And you know what? Also, more than anything else, he never read it on his friends. So those who also in the same bed, in the same business, in the same eyes wide shut thing he ain't never told on none of them. And I guarantee you they'll have his back. You may not see it. You may never know about it. But he's gatekeeping for somebody, if that's what you say he's doing. But he's only at the gate, so who's at the house?
Okay, they can always get another dog to guard the house.
They can, but what you gonna do with that loyal dog?
Shoot it.
Ooh.
I'll tell you one thing about it though. If you do break that loyal dog, you're gonna have to kill him.
That's what I just said.
She just said
what
that.
What do? They do? They shoot that dog that they got to get rid of.
But he ain't told on nobody, so what you gonna shoot him for?
I'm not. This is all.
This is.
I don't know.
Her hypothetically speaking, you know what I'm saying, Carlos.
I'm like,
Carlos. Right. We just followed along with your story. You over here playing both sides, and you doing it so cold.
What you gonna shoot him for? I'm like, I don't got no.
Right. He over here.
This is the thing, though. The only reason why I'm saying this is because I've lived a life where there's a level of cold, quote unquote, that you do it all by. And when you don't, quote unquote, tell on your friends, some people have your back later on. You might have to go through the trial and tribulation yourself, and you feel like you all by yourself. But then if people come back and be like, yo, you stood tall, here you go. If you got anybody who ever did anything out there on they 1-2, this is what happens. It ain't no different. It's just money is the difference. From 10 grand to 10 million. That's the difference. Code is the code if that's what you live by. And that's who y'all running with.
He hasn't broke code.
Don't matter about the other stuff.
He ain't saying shit.
About corporate, I'm like, when you get that high up in the corporation.
As the brother said, he ain't the only one patty caking out there.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
That's the thing. He ain't the only one. I guarantee you, probably more than anything else, he probably just a front boy for those who at the house. And if he don't break, we got you when you come back. He ain't gonna go to jail. He ain't facing no prison time, so you lose some money. We got plenty of money to get it back to you. Because here's the thing more than anything else. If he is a bisexual, our community has embraced men being gay and bisexual easily than anything else. Y'all okay with him being gay until he ain't told you that he gay. Because y'all accept gay men in all facets. So how come you mad if he's gay, if he like boys?
I don't care. I don't care about the sexual assault and the abuse.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't just talking about you. I'm talking about in general. Paul, I can't believe he trying to sleep with this man. He trying to sleep with that man. He trying to buy a man clothes and all that. Y'all okay with other gay men doing that to other gay men or not, or who ain't gay men?
He just you trying to read us our rights.
I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. It's okay. you pick and choose when you want to
we
be
just
irate
discussing, you know.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be irate about something with somebody that you mad at. But when your gay friend out here doing it, you're okay with it. When
are we irate?
Out here saying, well, she talking about you don't have sex with a man after you get through beating him up, you're okay with it. He deserved that. He deserved his sodomized because he lost a fight. That's what y'all telling people out loud.
Who said that?
Y'all wild out here.
Who said that?
I was gonna say, I don't think we irate. I think we just passionate about our views.
I'm talking about the internet itself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
please specify because that was never said on this show for entertainment purposes only.
What I'm saying is, when the man said that about doing that to the DJ Academics, no one said that's outrageous.
Oh, he's talking about Saucy Santana. No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Saucy Santana told the academics that he
You may have didn't like it,
kick
but
his
you didn't
ass
have
and
the
fuck him.
same volume that you just had with you and this man talking about
Hold
bitches
on.
other man.
Well, say that one more time.
The same volume that you say you didn't like, you didn't have that. But Diddy, you didn't have the same. Oh well, Diddy, I don't like it, so I'm gonna get on here and shun and clown him. I don't like him doing saying it either, but I ain't got that much to say out loud about it though.
Well, I
I
don't
do
know
have a
what
lot
happened.
of stuff to say about that because I don't think no man should take another man's
Hold
man.
on.
When
Let
I
her
say that,
finish. Let her finish.
when I say that, it's not directed
Carlos.
towards me
Carlos. Mr.
I
Brown.
do have.
Let
I
her
don't think
finish.
no man should take another man's manhood, but I think we just talking about current events and what happened, and we just didn't touch on that particular subject. But I think that was very disrespectful, and I think that was almost to the point of assault. And whether he didn't physically do that, but that you assaulted that man, telling that man that you will kick his ass and fuck him. I don't think no man should tell another man that. You shouldn't tell that to a woman. But you talking about doing that's basically talking about sexually assaulting somebody. So no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with none of the weird ass shit that they got going on
Right.
in
Thank you.
Hollywood. But this all this everybody want to be fucking everybody, and I'm sorry about my language, but I be passionate about it. But everybody want to be laid up with everybody doing weird stuff, and it's got to be abuse tied to it, and so on and so forth. No, we got to do better. We definitely got to do better.
Did you hear that, Mr. Brown?
I'm all good with the sister. You know
Thank
what I'm saying?
you.
I ain't got it. Ain't like I say. It's just playing quote unquote devil's advocate. That's all.
And trust me,
Yeah,
you
we
need a
understand.
Golden Globe for that, an Oscar.
Right. I was gonna say it's
He needs an
nobody angry.
Oscar
We just
for
all
because
passionate about our views.
you need an Oscar for that, baby. Because you did that.
Peace. Stay strong.
All right, peace out.
All right, peace, Carlos.
Man. Oh no. Yeah, he
This was a good one though, because we thank you, Carlos. I mean, we touched on a lot of stuff and put a lot of views in there, so this was a good show. I accept what everybody was saying as far as views, and I'm not mad at nobody in no type of way. I feel like we are just passionate about our views and
that's
how we
it.
feel about stuff.
That's it. That's it, and that's all. And thank you for that phone call. He played both sides very well.
Mm-hmm.
He really did. He played both sides very well. Woof. Damn, I thought we were gonna get out of here at an hour and 30 minutes. It's an hour and 41. Like that phone call kind of took it another way. Thank you, Carlos Brown, again for calling in. We appreciate it. That kind of got a little intense towards the end. It's like, okay, we're gonna leave it right there. Again, I want to thank everyone for jumping in on tonight's live. I want to thank you for the comments. I want to thank Carlos Brown for calling in. We appreciate it. John, do we have anything to go out on, or are we just gonna go out?
Oh, I got something.
Ooh,
Something in lieu of Sagittarius season.
ooh, to all the Sag.
Mm-hmm. So, first off, let me clear my throat. This horseman is about to speak. My blunt tongue will make you choke on my sarcasm. Puff, puff, now start passing. I'm a Sagittarius, and I symbolize passion. Now, fashion this. I'm an extrovert, so talkative. I need extra words to express the worth of my vision. With my gift of gab, every day is Christmas. Talk is cheap, my movement isn't. If I move a lot, move out my way, because my enthusiasm won't talk to limits. My optimism is bougie. I mean, high class, like genius students in a hot balloon getting taught to move like the hot balloon. Fire burns till I elevate. Higher learning I demonstrate because I'm focused. A fire sign and I'm so lit, but I'm unmatched. By the competition, I run that, and you notice how I'm showing off when the show is on. Everyone becomes Marvin Gaye because I make them say, what's going on when I'm going off, going all in. A risk-taking, instigating opportunist with a lot to lose and a lot to do. When I dream it up, I police it up in a hot pursuit. See, it's all about the chase. I'm not talking about the breeze, but I want that wind in my face. So beat around the bush, I got no time, but I'm timeless when it's go time. Green light, scholarly, heavenly, fatherly type flow like, whoa, hey, be amazed, I'm amazing. Self-made in the making. My attitude is zero latitude. You can Google that if you have to. I'm animalistic, so full of myself that it's cannibalistic. Individualistic is a main characteristic of mine. At the same time, I'm heaven sent. Dang, I just messed that up.
Right,
I
because
just
you
messed
was
that up.
going hard.
You're not supposed to let us know.
Right. We didn't know. We thought it was just because you it could have
Right.
just been a
You
part
could
of
have
the
put
process.
it one more time.
You
At
should
the
have
same
went into
time, I'm
Mary Had a Little
generous, a
Lamb. We would've
veteran
known.
of adventurous encounters. The untried and new needs reverence. My evidence of power is a bank full of accomplishments. I'm not checking my balance. I'm so overconfident I can go broke on my promises like there was no consequence. Impulsive habits, and I'm so dynamic, unpredictable, independent, but undependable. Whoa. What's the sense of it? Super sensitive people that can't deal with it. I'm sorry that I'm so forgetful but unforgettable. Whoa, 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 whoa. Such an incredible soul. My credibility is questionable. If you believe what I believe, and I believe that change is inevitable, then you understand it. Rumor has it that Jupiter is my ruling planet. That's a Roman god, but I'm not romantic. I love the thrill. I love the feel. I love the idea of love, and I love when the love is real and genuine, but don't get clingy or needy. I won't get knee deep in your sea of emotions. That's shallow, but let it sink in for a moment. If I see your emotions and we're not on the same boat, I'm coasting. An
Mm.
explorer by nature. I'm philosophical, sophisticated. Every situation, I need stimulation. I need inspiration. I'm just simply stating, no insinuation. I get irritated with your irritation with the higher truth. See, that's a higher power. Disrespect my religion, I get pretty hot like a fire flower. I'm the talented, extravagant, spontaneous, courageous, pioneer, self centered, high hopes with a short temper. They call me the archer. Because at any cost, I'll bend the truth to get my point across. Yeah. Live and direct as an arrow, because my path is narrow. Yup. You know my aim. You know my name is godlike, so don't speak it in vain. Sag.
Sag. Oh my God.
All right. That's what I'm saying.
You, you're not even a Sagittarius. You're a Cancer. You're a water sign. You're a water baby. What a minute. I
No,
got water,
I'm talking
water,
about his
fire.
skills. I ain't talking about
Man, oh yeah.
all that. I'm just talking about his
Skills. Skills. I'm telling you.
skills.
It'll put some of these current people out there in the industry to shame.
Man.
Like,
Mhm.
dude, they can't fuck with you on a good day. Even if they had a ghostwriter. 2 or 3. What?
I
No.
don't know.
No, I'm no.
You
No.
know you gotta go through the gatekeeper.
John ain't going through nobody. Shit.
I'm just messing with you.
Well, Saul Williams is the gatekeeper in the poetry industry. That's Saul Williams. Give shout
Mm,
out to the master poet. And
okay.
at least back in my day, when we was doing poetry, so it was Saul Williams,
Oh my
king.
God. Today was Tuesday. It was a different energy, a different vibe, a different flow. I like it. And it was more engagement. So thank you, Coach D, for the suggestion.
Yeah,
We are
that's what I'm here
here.
for.
He
The
might know a little
suggestion,
something. He know a little
yeah, a
something.
little something, and a new platform. It's a learning curve, but John seems to
Yeah.
be, oh, we got this. We could do this. We could do that. Okay, so if he looks,
Oh, can we get our hand
yeah,
clap?
yes, yeah,
What
Dang
the?
God.
Oh my God! Come
yes,
on, man.
yeah.
Y'all,
One
no,
time for the one
man.
time.
I need
Oh
it
my
right.
gosh!
I
All
need a
right,
standing
man.
ovation or something.
Yes, yeah, I like that. We may be using
Mhm.
it a little bit more often.
Oh my
You know.
goodness.
Yeah, we're
John
gonna
gonna
do
be
that
so
when
sick
Ivy
of
come
us.
back. We're gonna do that when Ivy come back. As soon as she's done talking, introducing herself, John, hit the hands.
I'm not gonna remember that.
So I'll remind you when it's time. Lord, yeah, tonight was good. Thank you. I don't know who that was. Yeah. So with that being said, we will see you all back here next week, Tuesday, 7 o'clock. John, you got me.
We'll see how it goes. Later, y'all.
Oh.